Hello, my sweet friend. I am Cristina Arevalo, a cake decorator, coach, and teacher, and I am here to empower my fellow cake artists to unleash their creativity and unite as a strong cake community. Whether you are a seasoned professional or just starting out, this podcast is here to support and empower you on your cake decorating journey. Let me coach you for success by setting achievable goals, understanding that managing your time and having a positive mindset, knowing your customers, and learning how to teach your craft are all as important as flour, sugar, and eggs. I'll share what has worked for me from a very personal and relatable perspective. My goal is to help you establish your presence, reduce the stress related to time and working hours, and engage in cake collaborations and competitions. Eventually, you could become that featured cake artist in a magazine or teach at international events just like me. Welcome to the Art Cake Coach podcast. Well, hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to another episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast. So happy to be back. Welcome to season 3 of the Art Cake Coach podcast. Yes, I decided to start season 3. Last year we started season 2 with our second anniversary, so we're starting with the first anniversary. We're starting season 3 with the second anniversary, and there will be some changes there, maybe in the look. I decided to go for a new logo that I've been testing on the social media, and I got some feedback from you, so I know that you liked it. And just to freshen things up and update everything, give it a little bit of a fresh look. I like that. I like to, even in my house, I like to change things around and give a new look to the different areas of the house, move my desk around in my office just to keep the energy fresh and flowing. So thank you so much. Thank you. I have to thank you, all of you, for so many beautiful messages last week because of the second anniversary of the Art Cake Coach podcast. I'm feeling way better. My voice is almost back to normal because last week I was a little bit under the weather. But thank you. Thank you so much for all the support, for all your beautiful messages. I have 2 special shout outs. One to my sweet friend, Marilia from the Virtual Bakery. She shared something beautiful on her stories on Instagram, and I was so off this weekend. I'm going to tell you why in a second. That I didn't look at social media and I missed it, but I called her and she sent it back to me. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast and for always being there and be so supportive. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Big shout out, big hug for you. Go check out her page because she does these beautiful alfajores and cakes that you should check out. And another big shout out to, she is such a backup. She's always there and, cheering me up and listening to the podcast. Jennifer Golton, thank you so much, sweetie. You're always giving me feedback. You're always telling me how much you like the episodes. And I don't know if I've ever thanked you publicly here in the podcast. So thank you for your beautiful message on the Art Cake Experience page on Facebook about the podcast. I'm happy to make you giggle because she says that I make her giggle and keep her company in her long creating hours. So thank you so much. I love to be your company, and hope one day I can just make you company, live, and we can chat with a cup of coffee. Why not? We never know. Hope to see you in Birmingham this year, so we can chat and get up to date. So thank you, Jennifer, so much for your beautiful words. And so many of you, we had so many congratulations and messages on all the platforms. Thank you so much. Because, at the end of the day, I'm doing this for all of you, and knowing that there is people on the other side listening to the podcast just fill my heart. So thank you so much. Like I said, welcome to today's episode. I just want to remind you very quickly that the subscription platform of the podcast is live, is happening, it's going on. There are at least 6 classes already there, audio classes with downloadable materials ready for you to use. So go check it out. I will be leaving the links here in the episode because in the subscription platform, I go a little bit further. It's a class. It's not just me talk, it's not just a podcast. It's a class, an audio class that you can stop, do exercises, learn, write it down. It's, do you remember those audio tapes that used to be in the I think I'm going to reveal my age, in the 80s and the 90s. So yeah, something like that, but on a podcast that you can just go and listen to and stop and take notes and do the exercises. So far we've been tackling goal setting and niche, but remember, we're starting this week with the time management, and that's why today's episode is about time management. But go check it out. I will be leaving the links here for the subscription platform of the podcast. And talking about podcast, I always said it, I said it last episode, I listen to my fellow cake makers podcasts regularly. And I have to say, I hope you're listening to this one. Yvonne, this month's episode, big shout out to you. I just finished listening to it this morning. You had a guest, an amazing guest that I just started to follow. I think her Instagram is 13 stylish something. I think, I'm not sure, but I will be leaving here the link to the episode so you can listening to, because Yvonne interviewed a business coach that talks about pricing, and there were like at least 3 aha moments on that episode of my friend's podcast, Adventures on Cake Land. Just check it out, listen to it. We have to support each other. We have to listen to each other's podcast, because that podcast was really, really good. So many takeaways. I 100% recommend it, especially because I know, even for my community, for every cake community, the issue is pricing. And this coach, I'm just trying to look for let me see if I can find, just a second. Don't go anywhere. Just stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Because I'm going to find the episodes, no, the lady's name. I'm looking, I'm talking to you, and I'm looking on social media right now. This is why it's good sometimes to have like a somebody with me in the podcast, so that this other me will be talking to you and will be telling you things. Well, I look for this. I will have an assistant looking for this thing that I'm looking for. Now, I'm almost there. Okay, 13 Rhythms. Natalie is her name. And I listened to the episode on Adventures in Cakeland with Yvonne Donald. I'll be leaving the links here, Yvonne, because that episode was spot on. Was really, really good. So many takeaways, so many aha moments. There was something she said that really stuck with me about, because in marketing, when you learn to set your target audience and your customer and your niche, you always try to focus the product as a need, something that, your product fulfills a need, or is fulfilling a gap that is a need that the customer had or has. And this coach, Natalie, for 13 Rhythms, I found it. She said, and I believe she has a baking background, because she talks about it like she knows what she's talking about. And she says, our product is not a need. You don't need cake. I was like, whoa, that blew my mind, because you don't need cake. You need water, you need air, you need stuff, but you don't need a cake. A cake is a luxury item, is something that the customer buys because he or she wants to buy it. So you shouldn't treat it as a need, and you shouldn't price low because it's not a need. I'm like, whoa, this is good. So leaving the links in here for that episode as well. for my friend and adventures in Cakeland. Very, very good. And now we can move on to our episode that is, of course, about time management. But we're going to start, and as you see, if you have seen anything here lately, when I talked about money, where did I start? Mindset about money. We're going to start with time management. How are we going to start? We're going to start with mindset about time management, because believe me, you change your mindset, you change everything. So stay with me, because this episode is about to start. Okay, time management. Elephant in the room. No, it's not the elephant in the room. Everybody complains about the same, especially if you work in any creative area, right? And we as cake artists are creative people. We use our creativity a lot, and we tend to work by ourselves unless you are employed on a bakery or for another cake artist. But usually it's a very me business. It's a very unique business, and not unique. It's a very solo business. We're almost solopreneurs here as cake artists, and time management is always an issue. After pricing, I think is the number one issue that I listen to in all of the groups. Number one is definitely pricing, but number two, it has to be time management. Why? I just keep asking myself, why? Why? Because as you know, if you have listened to this podcast before, you know that I'm a time management freak. I guess it's because I don't know why. I'm a Virgo. I like to control things. I wish I could travel in time. Time is a thing for me, and it gives me a sense of control. It gives me a sense of power, I have to say, to positively and productively use my time. And I recently took a course on time management. I like to keep myself informed, keep myself updated with whatever is happening about the topics that I like. In this case, is time management. And I recently took a course. I'm going to talk about it in later on this episode. And it was revealing. It was, I'm not going to say mind blowing, but it was like, oh yeah, because unconsciously I thought about the mindset that we have towards time, and I had a very particular idea about time that sometimes when I talk about it is not the same idea as other people. I'm not gonna say I'm obsessed, but I'm very drawn into everything that has to do with the management of time, time travel. I wish somebody invented time travel. But anyway, time travel, any movie that has to do with like time travel, time jumping, and all of that. I'm loving it. So it's something that I really, really like. And it's something that for me has a very specific mindset, but it's not the same mindset for everyone. For people, time is just stress. For some people, time is daunting. I just recently did a cake last weekend. I haven't done cakes in a long time. And last weekend I had to do 2 cakes for families and friends, of course. But one of the cakes was for a lady. I'm not going to say who it is, and I'm going to say how old she was becoming. But she didn't like to grow. I mean, she doesn't like to age. And she told me, it's like, time is that thing that I don't like to think about. And so her cake, even though she was not, of course, 1 year old, her cake was +1. So she says that every year she just go by +1 because it's 1 more year. That's it. So she doesn't reveal the time that she's been living in this earth. For me, that's like, I don't understand that idea, because I'm so proud and so happy of the time that I have spent in this earth that I can tell my age. I don't mind. I said before, I'm going to reveal my age. I do. I am 48. I'm going to be 49 this year. And I cannot wait to turn 50, because I have this idea that when you turn 50, it's like a shift. It's like, woohoo, new Christina, 50. Yeah, let's go for the next 50 if I live to 100. But that's me. That's the idea that I have of time. And one of the ideas that I had of time is that time is my friend. I always have time. And when I took this class, it was actually eye-opening to realize that No, we don't. We don't have that much time, but we're going to get to that in a second. So, the mindset of the creative people towards time, it's could be very different. Well, I'm going to talk about creative people because we are creative people. Could be very different than some others. For us, like I said, in the all this rumbling that I did before, but for me it's not. But for many of creative artists and creative people, time is an enemy. It is an enemy. So why is that? Why time management is an issue for creative people, but at the same time is important? When we're creating, when we enter our creative zone, we're entering our zone of genius, because you really, when you say I'm into the zone, it's like I'm in the zone. I'm, I'm there. Because you love what to do, you lose track or sense of time. You immerse yourself into this activity that you're doing. You just don't want to get out. You even forget to eat. Has that ever happened to you? You're so into your creative zone that you forget that the world exists, right? And for me, it's a meditation almost. And then your family's like, hello, we're hungry. Or your stomach starts like, hey. Or the phone rings, like, whoa, I have things to do. Or you look at your calendar, it's like, whoa, I've been here for hours and I have other things to do. So it's like a contradictory message, because for us, in one way, we want to be in that zone of genius. We want to be into that, lost of time. But in the other hand, we have to be productive. And society tells us that to be productive, you have to use your time well. So productivity in society tells you otherwise. So it's a constant conflict of, I want to be in this zone, I want to forget about time, I want to lose track of time, but I can't, because I have to be productive, I have to make money, I have a family to attend, I have a business to attend. There are certain myths, and we talked about this in the podcasts in season 2 when we had the time management episodes. There's a myth around creative people. We tend to be unorganized, that we cannot focus in one thing at the time, not productive because of our use of time. We work late at night because, it's like, I'm an artist. I don't have a schedule, but sometimes we work late at night because that's the time that we have to spend, not the rest of the day. Some artists struggle to keep deadlines. Oh, you cannot put a deadline in art because, procrastinate a lot. The correlation between making the money and set my worth and using my time correctly can be a mess. Neglect ourselves, neglect our family. But the main one that you listen to many of artists, cake artists, because we're talking about this is a podcast for cake artists, is I don't have time. I don't have time. Even when you're like, there is this, for example, we're promoting demos on Cake Friends Stay Creative. Okay, there's this week, there's going to be live demos. Are you going right away, even before they try to make time, they'll tell you, is there going to be a reply? Because I'm not going to be able to watch it live because I don't have time. Yes, there are going to be replies, but immediately your mind goes into, I don't have time for it. Like, I want to learn, I want to watch the demo, I want to interact with these people, but I don't have time. There's this course, this new experience, this whatever, but you have to, compromise and be there twice a week. I don't have time for that. Or you should exercise. I don't have time for that. You never have time. That's usually the go-to phrase. I don't have time. And as you know, me being me and me being, I'm not going to say it again, but because I just said at the beginning of this part, how much time management means for me, it really gets to me. It's like, why you don't have time? Make time. But of course we cannot make time. And why is that? Because time is finite. And that's one of the biggest mindset shift that I had this year with the course that I took, that I'm going to talk about in a second. So all of this myth happening, creative people don't have time. We want to be in our creative zone of genius, but we can't because we have to be productive and society tells otherwise, and we have to keep a watch and we have to keep a family and we have to do all of these things. So what can we do? That's the question. What can we do? I want to make this work and I can't. So hopefully in today's episode, I'm going to give you a few tips that can help you answer this question. Don't go anywhere because this episode is continuing after we talk we talk a little bit about our sponsors. We love Saracino and we love its digital magazine. Saracino's free monthly magazine, We Love Pastry, is a monthly digital magazine bursting with absolutely incredible, easy to follow, and unique cake tutorials created by very talented artists from around the globe. Interesting interviews and blogs. You can also win products worth £50 and much more. You have cake tutorials, product information, cake events, cake collaboration, and you name it. Don't miss the free digital magazine every month by clicking in the link on the description of this episode. Thank you, We Love Pastry, for sponsoring today's episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast. So thank you so much for listening about our sponsor, and thank you so much, Saracino, for sponsoring today's episode. Going back to changing your mindset towards time. Or this is what I'm going to talk about, changing your mindset towards time, because that's the name of this episode, time management mindset. Like I said before, we have to start when we want to make a change in anything in our lives. We talked about making change on the pricing. We talk about money mindset. We want to make a change on the way we see our clients. We have to work on our mindset towards our clients. Today, it's all about making changes on how we see and we manage our time. Okay, let's start talking about changing your time mindset. This is a story. Today, modern people like us, we separate time from ourselves. Okay? There's time and there's tasks. There are things to do, many things to do. I have to be productive. I have to do so many things. I get tired even thinking about it. And I'm sure you can resonate with this. There is the business. There's always something new to do. It's like, there's the business. You have to keep fit. You have to be mentally healthy. You have to give time to your family. You have to be up to date with the pop culture and the series and the shows and the music. You have to take care of your social media. But you have to run a business and you have to be productive. And you have to be healthy. So you have to program your meals. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. And we separate all of this from time, or from how we view time. So modern people separate time from themselves. But guess what? Long time ago, humans, and that's in our nature, we were not like this. We were actually task oriented. We used to farm what we ate. We used to grow our vegetables and take care of or animals for food or for dairies or whatever. So what did we do? We lived by the seasons. We lived by when the sun comes up and went down. We knew we had to do things during the day, like take care of the crops and of the animals and of the house. So our life was oriented toward tasks, things that had to be done because they had to be done. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to eat or to live or to survive. But of course, society changed, life changed, we evolved, and here's where we are now. We are not task-oriented anymore, but we're time-oriented. And we have so many things in play in our everyday lives. And every time you learn something new, it's like, oh, there's another thing I have to, do. Even I tell you, oh, let's do goal setting. There's another thing we have to do. Oh, let's manage our time. Okay, let's do another thing. No. Well, yes, I do say it, but that's not what I want you to walk away with. And you know why? Because actually, time is finite. Is like I mentioned before. In that equation, the only thing that we cannot change is the amount of time on a day. That's it. And I've said it before. You have the same 24 hours that everybody else. Is what to do with those 24 hours. So we played our part and we're present as human and as a society, but time still the same. I took a class, like I said before, with Oliver. It's a BBC course, the BBC platform. His name is Oliver Burkeman. I hope I'm saying that right. And he was amazing because he totally shift my mindset towards time. Instead, just by saying that time is finite, and just do the math and think of how much time you actually have. Let's say you live until you're 90, because I think that people now live until they're 90. Do the math. How many weeks do you have? How many days do you have? How many hours do you have? So time is actually finite. And even though at the beginning you could feel like, oh, I really don't have time in my life. But if you cope with that, if you're okay with the point that, yeah, time is finite, there's nothing I can do about it, but control how many tasks I try to push into 1 hour. Nowadays, people think that they can master time. They can bend it to their will. And that is not actually true. And that's what is causing us stress. The stress is not that I don't have time. Oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I have so many things to do. I don't have time. The stress comes because we think that we can bend the time to the amount of things and tasks that we have. And I know I've been saying that, yes, you can do it all. I know previously I've said I'm so organized that, I can manage to do it all. I do manage to do everything that I set up to do. But because I work with the finite time that I have and I choose my battles, I decide what to focus on. And I think I've mentioned this before. You decide what to do, you decide when to do it, you prioritize, and you come to peace with the idea that there are some things that just are not going to happen. And it's okay because you're not losing anything. You cannot lose anything that you have never done and that you don't have to just not do it. And that's where the true power of time management comes, is claiming back the power of I know and I'm in command of what to do with the time that I have. As your K coach, I am here to help you. If you want to go a little bit further in your journey, to organize your time, set clear goals, maybe teach, work on your mindset, or set a roadmap for results, especially for results and success, I am here for you. Why don't you book a free discovery call with me? I will be leaving the links here in this episode so we can chat, we can talk about what you really need, and we can see if we're a good fit for each other. Remember, I have just one mission in this cake world. First is to unite the cake community as one and to make you, my cake artist, my sweet friend, understand the importance of investing in you. Like I said, I will be leaving the links here in the description of this episode so you can book a 30 minutes free discovery call with me. And just remember, in case nobody said this to you today, I do appreciate you and I want you to stay safe and stay creative. Okay, so if we can learn something from what I just said is time is finite. Okay, do the math of how much time do you really have. Cope with that. Be okay with that. Just digest it and take the importance out of the time and become more task oriented. The stress that you have comes from the fact that you think that you can bend time to your will, and you can't. It's not natural. You just can't. So what can I bend in this case if it's not time? Is the amount of tasks that I do, is when I do it, and I can choose not to do it. That's where the power of time management comes in. So I have a few questions for you that can make you, get into the right mindset in the right mindset. I'm not going to say that because that sounds bad. There's no right or wrong mindset. There's your mindset. So I'm going to ask you a few questions so you can find your own mindset towards time. First of all, I want you to do the math. I really want you to do the math. How many days, weeks, months, years do you think you have? And I'm going to do my math with you here right now so we can get an idea. Okay? I'm 48. That's what I said I was, right? I'm 48. Let's say I live to 90. So 90 minus 48, I have 42 more years, right? Okay. So how many is that? 42 divided by 12. There's a total of 42 divided by 12. That's, no, I'm not doing this right. 42 divided by 12 months is, no, it cannot be 3.5. I'm terrible at math. That's why I do cakes. It's not divided. It's plus. It's times. I'm terrible. 42 plus 12 months is 504 months, right? Let's say 4 weeks, that's 2016 weeks, right? By 7, that's a total of 14,112 days. And by 24 hours, there's a total of 338,688 hours. If I live to 90, that's what I get. I get 504 months, 2016 weeks, 4,112 days, and 338,688 hours. That's what I get. That's scary, right? When you think about that, it's like, whoa, wait a second. Time is not forever. I'm not going to be here forever. If, God willing, nothing happens in between. I'm setting for 90. It could be more. It could be 95. I have a little extra. But, I mean, it's at the beginning you feel like this thing in your stomach, like, oh my God, I'm not living forever. So that's why we procrastinate, because we think we're always going to have time to solve it, right? That's why we're like, oh, well, I don't open the business right now, or I'm not going to, invest in myself right now, or I'm not going to invest in my business and myself. I'm not going to open that bakery. I'm not going to do this. I'll have time to do that later. I'm not going to take that trip. I'm not going to raise my prices so I can make more money to take that trip. I'll do it later. Do the math. So, well, don't get stressed, please. I don't want to scare you. I just want to set you in a reality. Okay? So now that you did the math and you face yourself with these numbers, how do you see time? How do you actually see time? Do I want to see it as my enemy, or do I want to see it as my friend? I'd rather see it as my friend, because whatever it is, it's what I got. We know the day we're born into this planet that someday we're going to go out of this, right? So, like my friend, I wish he was my friend. The great Gandalf the Grey said, it's not about how much time you have, but what to do with it. So I want to see time as my friend. That's how I want to see time, as a tool, as something that I can actually use. So what are your real issues with time? Ask yourself that question. I thought, because I'm so passionate about time management, I honestly thought I had more time. I honestly thought I could, control it, bend it, do whatever I wanted with it. No stress about it. No stress about age, no stress about time, no stress about anything. I can just fit as many activities as I can in that hour. And then I realized that I couldn't. And I started choosing, because unconsciously I got to this point where I knew, it's not about the time, it's about the tasks. How many tasks can I put in one time? Now I have another question for you. Do you have more things to do than things done? Usually the to-do list is longer than the done list. Do you even keep a done list? I do. Now, every single month when I do my accountability for my goal setting, I do a done list. I've done this. These are the things that I achieve. And I try to make it as balanced as possible. Because just by looking at it, you feel like, okay, I have things to do, but I know I can do it. So it's a way to keep things even in your mind. Do you stop to think about your achievements, or do you only think about the race against time? What is the stress and what is causing you to stress? Is it that you want to put more things into the hours that you have? Is it that you're taking more than you actually can face? Is it that you're afraid to say no to things, so you just keep saying yes to everything and you're starting to get overwhelmed? Is it that you're procrastinating because you're just freezing? You're just so tired, so overwhelmed, so over the top that you decided to just like shut down. I'm freezing. I'm procrastinating. I'm not doing it. So what is really stressing you, and what is the cause of that stress? I had a coachee that says the stress actually gets worse when I schedule and I plan. What can I do? Yes. And I answered to her, yes, that has happened to me too. Overscheduling and over planning can lead you to stress because it's just a paper and you can put as many activities you can on a paper. So you really, really have to work on a method and on a way that really, truly works and is effective for you. One way to start that is to change your mindset towards planning as well and towards time, and find a balance. It's okay to leave things out. It's okay not to do stuff. It's okay. Really come to a point. I'm going to tell you a secret. When you start planning, you're going to plan a lot for one day or 1 hour or whatever. You're going to plan a lot. And then as time move on, and that's why the accountability part is so important. As time move on, you really have to be honest with yourself and say, can I really finish all of these tasks? No. I started the year planning a lot. As the year goes by, I dropped so many things and I start focusing on very specific things that I know I can actually achieve. I know that I can actually do. And I stopped taking in new projects. I just stopped. I stopped taking in new projects. And what I did is I end up with more free time. And I'm quoting in the air because now I have more time to spend with my family and with my friends. Because that's one thing that I wanted to achieve this year. So don't get stressed over planning and scheduling. Just come to a point where the method is yours, speaks to you, and you're absolutely honest about how much you can achieve. And finally, embrace your limitations. Embrace them. And embrace how finite time is. And for sure, you become happier. For sure. I'm telling you. It's like you pass a switch in your mind. If I can represent how it feels first you do the math of the time, you feel like a knot in your stomach, you start getting anxious, your breathing is start like oh my god, you start to get overwhelming. It's like it's coming up to your head and your head is like, oh my god, how do I process this? And then at some point you're just like you let it go and you're like, there's nothing to process. There's actually nothing to process. It is what it is. And I'm in control of the things that I can just stick in this time, in this hour. That's my control. And you shift that control towards tasks and not towards time. Put your time and efforts into what really matters. I have a saying right here in my office. I put it next to me in my to-do list. I have it on my agenda and I have it in front of my computer that says, move the needle. which means is just focus on what really makes the needle moves. And the needle moves can be make my business productive, make me happy, things that matter, move the needle. I just resume it to those words and I have it in front of me because that's where I decided to focus. If I see a new project coming that sounds good, sounds interesting, somebody's asking me to do something. Oh, I this person is asking me to be on, I don't know, on a live demo. Oh, that would be so cool. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that moving the needle right now? Right now. What am I going to get out of participating in a live demo for another group? Of course, I'm going to get positive things and I love to do it, but my time is finite and I have to choose to prioritize my group first. Thank you so much for the invitation. I just can't right now. Okay? Move the needle. Be present. Very important. Just be present at what you're doing. I've talked about this before in other episodes. When you're doing a task, fully present in the task. Don't be thinking about the next thing or don't be doing 4 things at the same time. Just do the task and choose your battles because they're battles that are just not worth fighting. Just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. I'll be right back with some tips on how to start your time management adventures. Let's call it an adventure. It is an adventure. Hello, my sweet friend. Let me invite you to subscribe to the Art K Coach podcast exclusive content platform. By becoming a member, you'll get exclusive monthly content and access to audio classes and workshops on goal setting, time management, social media posting, pricing mindset, and teaching. Get access to exclusive bonus content for only €2.99 a month. Check out the link to subscription platform on the description of this episode. Let me help you on your cake journey and coach you for success here at the Art K Coach podcast. Okay, Christina, so what can I do to start? Well, to start, set goals. Yes, I said it. Don't hate me, please. I said it. Set goals. And that's why I dedicate the whole beginning of the year to setting goals. If you don't know where you are going, if you don't know what moves the needle to you, you will never be able to manage time. Actually, time management, goal setting goes hand to hand. I separate them when I talk about it, but you cannot do one without the other. So set goals. Know what you want. Know what your outcome is. That way you will know what to focus on, where to dedicate your time, how to organize your time, because you know where you are going. Even if you need any help, come on, there are thousands of episodes here on the podcast about goal setting. There's the goal setting group, the goal setting class. In the subscription channel, there are 5 classes about goal setting. I can help you with that. So, number 1, set goals. Number 2, learn to manage your time. Okay, thank you, Christina. That's what I'm listening to this. I know you're going to tell me that I have to learn to manage it. Yes. How do you learn to manage it? You have to find your own way. I can share with you my class, my way to manage time. I can deconstruct it for you. That's a good thing. It just came to me, but that's it. I can deconstruct the managing of time for you. But you have to come up with the best method that works for you. I have news for you. There's not a specific method that actually is like, this is the one that works. You have to find your way. And it has to start with changing your mindset towards time. So tip number 1, set goals. Tip number 2, learn to manage your time or to find that method that's going to help you manage your time. Of course, there's a free class. I'm going to share the links here on a private Facebook group for time management, and the subscription channel is going to have special audio classes for time management this month. And number 3, outsource. Find help. Ask for help. If there's something that is overwhelming, that you cannot do it, that you don't know how to do it, is it really worth it to take the time to learn how to do it, or should I just invest on somebody else to help me? Could be from house chore to business task to, I don't know, an endeavor on your family or outside, a social endeavor. If you can find somebody to help you with, and it's one less thing to do for you, do it. There are more tips, of course, that I'm going to be sharing in the subscription channel of this podcast. I have some other tips for you. More than tips, some advices, you can call it. It will be challenging. It's not going to be easy. So don't be hard on yourself, because you're at least you're trying. At least you're acknowledging that you have an issue with time management, that you have an issue with how many tasks you can put into the hour that you have. So don't be hard on yourself. You can manage it. There's no a magic pill, there's no a magic answer for this. You have to find it by yourself, and I can help you. Like I said, we can deconstruct all of the time management theories, ideas, and learn about time management, but you have to come up with your own. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you, oh, I have the solution. I don't have the solution. I found my solution, and I will love to help you find yours. But for that, of course, you have to invest in yourself. You have to either be part of the subscription channel, participate in the free activities that we have, or just set a coaching call with me and we can sit down and talk about this. Another tip that I can give you is focus in one thing at a time. Do not overwork. Do not multitask. I was the queen of multitasking and it only got me sick. That's the only thing I got out of this. In Portuguese, there is a saying that I'm going to try to translate to English. Is like, if you're cooking too many rabbits, one of them is going to burn. So that's it. You get the point, right? So focus on one thing at a time. There are methods for this that I can share with you. Prioritize. And in the class on time management that is going to be available in the subscription channel, I'm going to give you a whole class about prioritizing. Set a starting and finish time for your day. You have no idea how healthy this is. It's like healthy. It's for your own good. If we move during the day thinking that we have all day and we can just keep going and keep going and keep going, it's going to take a toll on us and our family and our lives. So put a starting date and a finish day. Okay, I start at 9, I finish at 7. That's it. I get out of my computer. Out. I'm gone. Make it your own system. Do not copycat anyone's system. I can share with you mine, like share it. This is what I do. And if it works for you, just try it out, adjust it and see what happens. But there is no a universal system that is going to tell you, this is it. This is how you manage time. No, you have to find your own way. And I want to invite you all to the free time management group on Facebook. Leaving the links here in the episode, because in there you're going to find all the 4 classes from last year, some extra tips that I've been posting this year. And of course, it's going to have the link for the subscription of the Art K Coach podcast channel, where you're going to find this year special updated time management class. And that's it. And that's it, my friends. It's finding your own pace. It's being okay with time, and it's coping with the idea that time is finite. We cannot control it, but we can control what to do with that time. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I hope you liked it. I'm very happy because, I love talking about this. So I hope this transmits and this can show through the waves of sound in this microphone. Thank you so much, my friend. And I will leave you as I always leave you. Stay safe and stay creative. I'll see you next time. Hey, my sweet friend, if you like this episode and enjoy this podcast, there is only one thing I want from you. Please like, follow, and leave me a started review in any of your favorite podcast platform where you're listening to this podcast now. This way, this program can keep growing. The algorithm will show it to more cake artists who will benefit from it. Download the episode, share it on your social media, and tag me, and I'll gladly tag you and follow you back. I would love to hear what you have to say. You can leave me a voice message on Anchor, Spotify for podcasters, answer the questions and polls on the episode, or leave me a comment on my social media. Even if you don't like what I say, I would love to hear your opinion. And let me invite you to follow me on Instagram as at the Art K Coach or in any of my social media accounts. I'll leave you all the links in the description of this episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Art K Coach podcast.